got my co-host Kyle. Say what's up. Let's get this shit going, baby.
I'm back from my fishing trip. I wish it lasted another 2 weeks, but we caught nothing, bro.
Bro was out on the lake, little skiff, hill in time.
Couple 12 packs.
Couple 12 packs. Only came back to shore when he was running low.
Yep. I didn't even have no bait. No line. Just sitting out on a boat with 12 pack and a radio and myself.
That's crazy.
What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up.
What's going on, everybody?
We got a lot to talk about today. Crazy stuff happening in the NBA and obviously the big game. But before we talk about all of that, drop a like, subscribe. This is the pinnacle of sports right here.
This is everything that we've been building towards all year.
So if you're not tapped in, tap in now. It's now or never, bro.
Facts. You don't want to miss this show because you're going to hop into the show next week and you're going to be like, what the fuck? These guys are just telling stories. It's because we ain't going to have much to talk about. So if you want the sports, make sure you tap into this show, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it later down the road. Like, sub, do all that good stuff. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because that's where we're going to be giving our Super Bowl predictions. We're probably wrong. I'm usually not.
You're going to be wrong.
I'm never wrong. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go that far, bro. You are not a Nostradamus.
I am. I think I have 100% hit rate on my takes.
Bro's not Nostradamus. He is Nostradamus.
Oh, my God.
Shout out Nas. But, yeah, bro, stick around to towards the end of the show. That's when we're going to be giving our Super Bowl predictions. And like Kyle said, hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money. It helps push our content out to other people like you. So hit the like button like you're hitting the easy button.
That was easy.
I was not ready for that, bro. What are you doing? Oh.
Hey, bro. A1 marketing in the cut. It's easy, though.
You should have showed up with a suit and tie for that.
Hear me out. It's easy.
It is easy. All right, listen. So we know everybody wants to hear everything that we have to think about the Super Bowl, but we need to talk about today's news. If you live under a rock or under a bridge, like a troll,
under a box,
wherever you're at, you may not know that today was the NBA trade deadline. A lot of moves happened today. Not much movement in terms of star talent, but I do think a lot of teams got a hell of a lot better, especially ones that are on the outside looking in from the contender pool. You look at teams like the Thunder. I don't, even though they're the 1 seed, I don't consider them to be a contender yet. The Sixers making moves, the Mavs, like there's some teams that have, even the Pacers made a trade. So like a lot of shit's been happening in the NBA world. And I know we haven't discussed it much as of late because, hey, we're in the playoffs of the NFL.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. But
it'd be like that.
Starting in the next 2 weeks, it's NBA season only. So, I mean, we're going to have to hit the ground running. But I think we need to discuss some of these trades that happened today because it's kind of crazy. I'll keep it a buck with you, bro.
Yeah, bro. And as always, I mean, the NFL trade deadline, the NBA trade deadline, it is like silly season.
Facts.
Just as crazy as the off season. But as of late in the NBA more than ever, it is wild at the trade deadline.
Yep.
Whole rosters are different in the matter of 48 hours.
Yeah, dude. So, before we talk about some trades, let's talk about some teams that didn't really make any moves. For one, these guys, bro, the Warriors.
Yeah.
So I'm sick as fuck right now. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Ma.
So everybody say hi to Jill. Give Jill some love.
Hi,
Listen,
Jill.
yeah, facts.
You and I are watching on the couch someday.
Yeah, bro. But no. So Golden State didn't blow it up. Are you surprised? What do you think about that? I mean, there wasn't any suitors for Andrew Wiggins, Chris Paul, guys like that. So what do you think about it?
I'm not surprised that they didn't blow it up. I mean, y'all are still kind of in a compete mindset with Steph and Draymond and the roster you guys have right now. It sucks that Chris Paul's out.
Yeah.
And your boy has stepped up in a huge way. Podzemski?
No, not even him, bro.
Jonathan Kuminga too. The young guy's stepping up,
bro.
So y'all still might have like play-in consideration.
Yeah.
Which I saw this coming from the beginning of the year as far as them kind of falling off, not being like a finals contender.
Yeah.
But playoffs, I still think is very doable for the Warriors. Maybe they could have played the trade market a little bit more, but I mean, you got the young guys coming up and dealing with health with Chris Paul and just kind of getting things to gel. Because once the Warriors start clicking, like y'all clicking, y'all cannot be stopped.
Listen, Mom. There will be no hate about Taylor Swift on this program. We are pro Taylor Swifties.
Ma, I agree.
Bro,
wholeheartedly.
You're such a bitch. I swear to God, dude. You gotta be nice to Taylor Swift, bro.
Do not bring Mrs. Pfizer anywhere near the game I love.
Oh man, did you turn 45 today? Wow. But no, my concerns with the Warriors moving forward is like in the situation that we're in, we just saw Steph put up 60 points in an overtime loss. I thought that was perfect timing for the front office to be like, I mean, look at this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What
are we supposed to do moving forward? Because we're not winning right now. They're sitting at 22-25. They're below 500. I think Draymond's playing pretty well. I wouldn't have moved him. He's still ramping up from being off. But I mean, dude, Clay is just not the same.
Bro, he's checked out.
We saw glimpses of it last year, I think, where he was a little spotty throughout the year. Now he's just not himself. And I don't think it really has anything to do with the organization. I just think he's lacking so much confidence right now. And he's just not hitting shots. Like the other night, this was the game before the 60-point game. Steph hit 4 threes. The rest of the roster didn't hit a single one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She ain't wrong.
Yeah.
she ain't wrong. But no, like it's just we're not in a spot where there's nothing happening on our roster that's gonna elevate us to a contender. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Paul coming back isn't going to change anything because we weren't that great with him. Draymond being back is cool. Maybe Chris Paul will get some work in with Klay Thompson on the court, get him some better looks and shit like that. That might help. But the real story of the season is the Jonathan Kuminga jump. He has been certifiably our number 2, 100%. Yeah. He's averaging over 25 a game for the last 15 games. He's only dipped under 20 once in that stretch. Rebounding, blocking shots, passing it up. But we needed to go out and we needed to get size. That's what we needed to do.
Yeah,
They have a
y'all
big
lack
fat F for the trade deadline. I mean, we could have. Wiggins was on our bench most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shipping him somewhere for a player lesser than him, but that's going to help us. Because, I mean, Daniel Gafford, Rashawn Holmes, and draft compensation got Daniel Gafford.
Yeah. What are we doing, bro?
Yeah. I mean, the only move we made was moving Corey Joseph to get off salary. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know. I think y'all are taking y'all revolutionized the small ball game, but y'all take this thing way too serious.
Yeah.
And that's been my gripe with the Warriors as of late. I mean, y'all, even when you guys won the title like 2 years ago, y'all lacked size, but so did Boston.
That didn't matter so much because we had 3 guards that were consistently scoring 20 to 30 a night. So the size
now that you
didn't
don't
really
have
matter.
that.
It
matters
it's bad.
more than ever.
Mm-hmm. And Kuminga's still young. Like, he's playing great, but he's not impacting winning yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll change as the year goes on because something clicked 15 games ago.
Yeah.
Where he's just running up and down the floor. But yeah, the Warriors, they're cooked. They're probably going to get bounced into play-in, if not round 1 at this point. Because the only thing I can see is a Steph masterclass of a series, which we've seen before. So, but to do that 4 series in a row, I don't see it.
Yeah. Bro. It's sad how the dynasty has kind of gone out.
And this is how it goes, though. With any sport, any dynasty, it just falls apart.
We saw it with the Patriots when Tom Brady left.
Yeah. I mean, the story of the Bulls, like, we've watched that in The Last Dance. But
and now here we are.
yeah. So the Warriors not making a trade is kind of rough. The Nuggets didn't make any moves. Do they need it? No, because they have the same team as last year.
Mm-hmm.
Who else probably should have made a deal? I'm surprised the Kings, the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers did nothing. And this is what they consistently do. They look around the league. They don't have enough pieces to move. They don't have the assets to get a player back. I really thought DeJounte Murray was an option because I didn't think he was going to be that expensive. I think D'Angelo Russell, a young guy, would have done it. But it just didn't happen. So I don't know where they go from here either. They're sort of in the same boat where they've got LeBron in the twilight years of his career, still playing like a top 10 player. And even Anthony Davis has been sensational this season. He's been great.
Yeah. It's just been the rest of the roster for whatever reason. It's just been so between injuries and just being inconsistent. It's just been like, who?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly where they go from here. Another team that I'm disappointed didn't make any moves was the Kings. They didn't bring in any wing talent like I thought they might have.
I agree.
Like, I thought they should have cashed in on how Harrison Barnes has been playing as of late. Get off that contract, bring in a guy better than him that can help you now.
Yeah.
Because they're sputtering a little bit too. They're only like the 6 or 7 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, there's a few teams that were extremely disappointing for sure.
Yeah. And a couple teams that actually made trades that I'm disappointed in, but we will get into that.
Yeah. So I a lot more than 6 moves have been made today, but I wrote down 6 of the most important ones I thought. And we're going to go ahead and grade them. So let's start off with one of the bigger trades for a team out east. The New York Knicks traded Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, Malachi Flynn, Ryan Arcidiacono, and 2 second-round picks to the Pistons for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. They are deep.
Facts. Yo, the Knicks, all of a sudden, they closing the gap.
They
I'm giving that trade an A-.
Yeah.
They absolutely fleeced the Detroit Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it. Detroit has been rebuilding forever. They don't know what direction they want to go in as a organization. and you look at some old guys that you can probably get off of contracts, but Bogdanovich has been hooping, and Alec Burks has been solid too. And for the Knicks, you look at the wing depth and like the perimeter D upgrade, scoring, huge upgrade. Like when they're healthy, now you're gonna have Jalen Brunson, probably either Alec Burks or Bogdanovich or Josh Hart, maybe OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Isaiah Hartenstein, and then the bench. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Alec Burks, or he'll probably be starting. So I guess Bogdanovich, Precious Achiuwa. I don't know, Precious
Achiuwa.
Yeah. They're 9 deep.
Yeah.
Like they deep. And that's what you need to be in the East, especially to knock off teams like Milwaukee and Boston, who they still have like the A-list talent over the Knicks, but the Knicks got some guys.
Yeah, they do.
They got some dudes.
There's not a single lineup that they can run where someone's a liability on the court. Not a single one. They've got size with Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. If they want to play small, they can run Josh Hart.
Mitchell Robinson's out, but
he'll be back.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Hartenstein stepped into that role. So now they've got two bigs that are performing well for them. Julius Randle's finally got his shot back. He was shooting like 31% from the field the first month of the season. He's back. Jalen Brunson's having arguably, I would say he's probably looking at third All-NBA right now. It'll be close, but he'll be right on that outside if not. OG Anunoby has been huge for them. He's out for the next 3 weeks with a fracture. They removed bone chips, I believe it was.
Yeah, but so minor thing, but he'll be back.
Yeah, but Bojan coming in and Alec Burks. Alec Burks has been a part of deep playoff runs before. He's a guy on your bench that can give you 20 in a night or 0. It all depends, but
Bogdanovich kind of the same way, but he's a dog shooting the 3.
Yeah, even when he's not on his best game, Bogdanovich is going 2 of 5 from 3. So he's giving you something.
He's leaving with something.
Yeah. Do you think I think they move into probably number?
I think they're probably 2.
I agree. That's what I was gonna say.
With the way that the Bucks coaching issues have been going with Doc Rivers and I forget the other guy's name.
Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, Adrian Griffin. Yeah, that whole debacle has kind of stunted the Bucks, in my opinion. They might be number 2 in the East right now.
I think they are. I think Boston's a clear number 1. Boston is exactly what the Knicks are with 2 All-NBA players. They're deep. They can do anything, run any lineup, and they're successful. But yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. The Bucks are 1-4 since Doc Rivers has been there, and in 3 of those 4 losses, they blew 10-point leads in the second half.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other one, they blew a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. So,
hey, as somebody that has been through the Doc Rivers experience myself, these things happen.
Yeah, I would definitely put the Knicks at number 2. I'm grading this trade as probably an A+, to be honest. The Pistons move off two guys on their roster that probably didn't want to be there. They're not part of the youth movement, and they get back 2 second-round picks, movable contracts, and Quentin Grimes has a chance to make a jump and come into that rotation, especially with the Pistons cutting Killian Hayes.
Yeah.
Which is a name to look out for, by the way, because he's been hooping this season.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, I think it's an A+ all around. I don't see a single thing here that's because the Knicks didn't give up depth really because Evan Fournier wasn't doing shit for them.
He wasn't playing. Arcidiacono was not playing.
No. Did you see the stat about Ryan Arcidiacono? He's the only player. And he's the only player in NBA history to play 20 straight games and not score a single point.
Yep, I did see that. He was getting grilled.
Shout out
on Instagram for that one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, bro's out there just trying to get cardio.
Records, just not the right ones.
He's getting cardio. That's all it is. Bro's got to keep himself in game shape.
He's getting in the history books the wrong way.
He's just waiting for his opportunity. That's all it is.
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, I definitely think this trade's an A+.
Yeah, bro, for sure. The only reason I didn't give it an A+ is because I'm very selective of an A+. I don't like giving A pluses. But I that was my favorite trade out of all of them.
Yeah. I think that I agree. The reason I have it as an A+ is because I don't think there's a single downside to this trade. The only one that might be is maybe Evan Fournier coming to the Pistons when you just move off of those two guys. But Evan Fournier is his contract expiring. So
yeah, bro, keep a job.
Yeah, he keep a job. So yeah, I give it an A+. Next trade I have here, I have the one between two Eastern Conference contenders. The Bucks receive Pat Beverly from the 76ers for Cameron Payne and a second-round pick.
F. I give it an F.
Really?
Nah, I give it...
You have to look at it all the way around.
Looking at it all the way around, I'm probably going to give it a D+, C-, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Why are we giving up Pat Bev? Bro has been hooping as of late. Campaign, keep a job.
Facts.
And for a team that doesn't, we don't really compete down the line to give up like a glue guy like Pat Bev. Pat Bev is a glue guy.
He is. For sure.
And he is the type of guy that Joel Embiid needs. And Tyrese Maxey as well, even though he's stepped up and he's a dog. But you need a guy like Pat Bev on your team, and to ship him to the Bucks, like Daryl Morey, what are you doing, bro? Bro, eating too many crumble cookies or something.
Yeah. So to me, there's two ways to look at it. If you're the Sixers, one is you're losing a glue guy. But think about it. He's on a 1-year deal. This trade tells me that they don't think Embiid's going to be ready.
Which makes sense.
That's what this trade tells me. So if that's the case, you move off a guy that's been hooping for you this season. It's not like they brought back much. I mean, you're not going to with a guy like him, but you get draft capital, which the Sixers lack heavily.
Yeah.
So I think I'd give it a C-. The reason I really like this trade, though, is because I think the Bucks needed a Patrick Beverly. And to only give up Campaign, you're basically swapping out a guy that's going to play the same amount of minutes. That's not going to be much more. That's not much of an impact. You only give up a future second. So for me, this is the perfect guy to bring into the Bucks because he's not going to take shots away from Dame, Giannis, Bobby Portis, those guys.
Yep. He's a guy that he's a glue guy. He's going to get him. He's going to get him right.
I mean, let's be legit.
Why I'm so pissed.
Pat Bev,
traded him.
Say what you want about Pat Bev. He's an absolute garbage player on offense most nights. I'm not even sure if he's good at defense anymore. He's a hustle guy at this point. But he gets stars playing their best basketball when he was on their team. I mean, you look at when he was with Minnesota, Cat was playing his best when he was there. And Embiid this season with Maxey. Maxey's got two 50-point games this season. He's done a lot for teams, despite being, I would say, an overall negative on the court. But we'll see. I think this has – he's not going to take Damian Lillard not giving any damn on defense. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Those two are going to be button heads early. But yeah, I don't think – it's not a super significant trade, but if you're thinking about the locker room, I think it could be better than a C-, but we'll see.
I give it a D.
Yeah.
Daryl Morey. Bro is as the days go by, I feel like he's just reading and abiding by the manifesto. Yeah. The way this man operates a basketball team.
Yeah. What and
he even told Pat Bev. He asked him, "Am I getting traded?" Bro said, "No, you? Of course not."
He did that. He's done that to multiple people in his career.
Yeah, I know he has.
Mhm.
But it's just like, bro, why are you conducting business this way? Tell him.
Yeah, I don't. Mhm.
Tell him you're
Yeah,
getting traded.
yeah, we see shit like this, and we wonder why James Harden like fell out of relationship with him
Yeah,
because he's just not
makes
a
sense.
good people person. But
Yeah, bro.
let's move forward. Let's look at the other 76ers trade. This one I know you like. If you clump them together, it's really not that bad, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But so listen, 76ers receive Buddy Hield. Huge pickup. The Pacers end up receiving from the Sixers. Furkan Korkmaz hasn't been playing any minutes except for garbage time. Marcus Morris, I don't think he's seen the floor this season. And he give up a little bit, but no impact. And they give up 3 second-round picks. I don't care about the second-round picks. I don't know how you feel. If you're a contender and you can get a guy like Buddy Hield and give up people that aren't giving you any production, send as many as the other team wants. Send them all.
Yeah. My only issue is like,
yeah,
I feel like it's still a lot for just Buddy Hield. Like 3 second-round picks.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, Korkmaz has been trying to get a trade for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And Marcus Morris, I mean, we gave him the keys to the city a month ago, and he's been playing some minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But and kind of at a spot where we're really lacking, like in the front court. So I mean, I like that we got Buddy Hield. He is absolutely what we need, a 3-and-D type of guy. Can get his shot down. That is going to be great with Tyrese Maxey. And if Embiid was here, oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah.
We are somewhat coming back, but
Yeah.
Embiid ain't here. But I still like the move though. I'll give it a B.
A B. That's not bad. So my issue with the trade is I don't know why they did this right now with Embiid being out.
Yeah, I mean,
like maybe to float along until he gets back, but like it all depends on when he gets back. If he can get back 10 games before the end of the season to where he can ramp up for the playoffs and be completely fresh going into the playoffs,
that's my hope.
Yeah, that's perfect scenario. And then you have a guy like Buddy Hield who's been there for the second half of the season, can get his work in, work off of Tyrese Maxey. Tobias Harris is still there. So like there's some opportunity. But listen, I'm gonna give this a C. Probably a C-. Reason being, you're right. 3 second-round picks is kind of a lot for a guy like Buddy Hield. But I just don't understand it right now. Especially like the two trades contradict themselves. Like moving off Pat Bev tells me that Embiid's not coming back for a while and maybe not until the playoffs. And bringing in a guy like Buddy Hield tells me they're going to try to go for it all. So like, I don't know what the direction is.
Yeah. That's kind of how Daryl Morey operates, bro.
Yeah. I don't know what the direction is. It doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm right there with you, but I do like the Buddy Hield trade. I feel like my hope is that Embiid will be back for playoff time, and that we're gonna hopefully we're going to stay afloat in the East.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here to learn about the trade. Hey, we are breaking them down.
Mm-hmm. That girl right there, bro. She's adorable.
That's your girl?
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
But
you working on it?
I'll just say yes, but not quite. All right.
All right.
Not quite.
It's not quite yet. Okay.
It's some time, bro.
Bro, coming out at halftime. It's the third quarter.
Yeah, it's halftime right now, bro.
All right, let's get into some more trades. Break them down.
Yeah, dude. So the Mavericks, dude, they made 2 trades. They're clumped together because I think both of these are incredible moves. So let's start with the lesser one, I think. So the Mavs receive Daniel Gafford. The Wizards receive Rashawn Holmes at a second-round pick. Thoughts, concerns? I think this is a fucking awesome move.
Yeah, I agree. I really like this. Really like this move. The Mavs are going for it. They are going for it with Luka and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
They are going for it.
Yeah, dude. They've got some guys, like they needed size and they brought some in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've got good depth on the wing. Josh Green's been hooping. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been good. Derek Lively has been incredible for them this year. He's on a bit of a slump right now. Yeah. But overall, totality of the year, he's been good. And you bring in two bigs that, I mean, PJ Washington can shoot it. I mean, we haven't talked about that trade yet. PJ Washington can shoot it. Daniel Gafford can get it off the dribble a little bit. Mm-hmm. Rim protect. It's, you know what I mean? There's a lot that bakes into this trade, and you only give up Rashawn Holmes. Has he played? Bro hasn't been out there for a snap. I swear to God. He hasn't played any time with them at all. You only give up one second-round pick. Yeah, bro keeps the job. Let me tell you.
Bro is like Garrett Temple.
Bro's in there getting the coach's coffee, bro. I swear to God.
Bro's just wearing the warm-up suit. Just
bro's
on the bench.
Bro's on the bench. Let's go, boys. Making sure everybody's in good spirits. You need some water, bro. That's what Rashawn Holmes is doing.
Hey, bro, listen. I seen this. I seen, bro. Listen, when he flashes, bro, that's when you got to dish it, bro. Like he's just coaching him up on the sideline, like, bro, keep a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think Daniel Gafford's a huge pickup. That now they have some depth at the center position. And he's been a guy that has done a lot for some teams. I mean, the Wizards weren't worth the shit when he was there, but
he was hooping.
Yeah, he's hooping. And then the other trade, of course, Mavs receive PJ Washington. The Hornets receive Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a 2027 lightly protected first. That tells me maybe like top 3, top 5 protected.
Yeah.
And if you guys are living under a rock, a protected first-round pick is when you trade a pick out of the draft for a player, you can put protections on it. So in the draft, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you protect it, if you're picking, say, top 10 and the pick is protected top 10, you keep it. And if it's outside of that top 10, the team that traded for it gets it. So
yeah,
just to clear that up. But 2021 first, that kid's no, 2027 first. Yeah, that dude is what? Senior in high school right now?
Bro just got off the bus.
Yeah, bro just got off the bus. So like they're not tripping about that. But
no, I like it. I give the Mavs I'll give them a B+. They kind of move off Seth Curry. He hasn't really been playing much for them, and Grant Williams has kind of been hit or miss as well.
Yeah, I don't like moving off of Grant Williams and giving up a first.
But you're arguably upgrading with PJ Washington.
Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade. PJ Washington's going to slide into that 4 slot right away, and it allows guys like Maxi Kleber to come off the bench when he's healthy, and you know what I mean, Dwight Powell. So like they've got a lot of size now, dude.
Yeah,
like they can throw, like in a matchup where they're playing the Nuggets in the second round, they could throw a lot of bodies at Jokic.
Pause. Yeah.
Pause. But yeah, resume. Bro. The sleeper agent in this trade to me is Seth Curry. I don't know why you give him up. He should be getting all the run. He's the greatest percentage-wise 3-point shooter in the history of basketball.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know, bro.
He just is. It's like
he might be a cap casualty, and he'll go to a contender. I could see that happening. Kind of like Kyle Lowry.
What do you think Seth finally plays with his brother if he gets cut? I've been waiting on it, bro. I need a Steph Curry jersey and a Seth Curry jersey.
Maybe.
I need it both. And one's going here and one's going here. Straight up.
Maybe. You never know, bro. You never know. But yeah, I mean, Mavs cooked. Knicks cooked. Any other trades that we got to talk about? Or is that about it?
There is one more. Grade the Mavs trades. If you can do them separately, you can clump them together, whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna give the I'm gonna clump it together. I'm gonna give the Mavs a B+ here.
Yeah.
They upgraded with PJ Washington. They got a guy in Daniel Gafford. Losing Seth is a little bit of a tough thing, but I mean he's kind of struggling to get minutes anyway. Yeah, I mean with Dante Exum coming out of
Dante Exum,
bro, from the depths of 2K15, bro.
We could have 10,000 people watching this show. 7 of them know who Dante Exum is.
If y'all don't know, Dante Exum was the rival, the antagonist in the 2K15 My Career Story. I'm going bad, showing my age, bro.
Oh my god.
So and bro, since that moment has done absolutely nothing. So for him to be hooping in 2024,
bro got the bag in 2015 and got comfortable.
Yeah, bro's been on the 2K money since.
He's getting royalties.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a A- all the way around. You give up 2 guys that aren't really playing for you, despite how I feel about Seth Curry. You're giving up 2 picks. One's a second-round pick, throw it away. One's a junior in high school right now, so you don't need to worry about that right now, especially with Luka and Kyrie locked up. You don't need to worry about that. And then Grant Williams, it's truly, if you're taking away the guys that aren't really playing for them, it's Grant Williams and 2 picks for Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. And you upgrading with PJ Washington. So
for sure.
Bro, it is a really good trade.
Yep. But listen, we got one more trade. Probably, in my opinion, the biggest one of the day. An arguable fringe championship contender, Oklahoma City Thunder. They trade to the Mavs. They send Davis Bertans, hasn't played a snap. Bro's out there getting cardio in practice. And they trade Trey Mann. Young guy, but they've got Isaiah Joe hooping now. They've got Aaron Wiggins hooping. And they end up getting back Gordon Hayward. Now, I think this from the Hornets. This can play out a lot of ways. I don't think he starts. I think he becomes arguably the best 6 man in basketball next to Derek White.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because I mean, you look at the starting group there with the Thunder. Jalen Williams can't go anywhere. Josh Giddey can't go anywhere out of the starting lineup.
The only one that's swappable is Lou Dort, but I think you keep him on the court.
Yeah, Lou Dort. Yeah, Lou Dort. He ain't going nowhere.
No.
So yeah, bro, he'll be off the second unit, and he is a huge addition to that second unit. Yeah,
I agree. Gordon Hayward has been awesome with the Hornets despite his health issues. I think that's why they didn't have to give up too much, because Gordon Hayward's still like a 17.5, 18 point per game scorer.
Yeah, bro just hasn't played in like a month.
No, his playmaking's has improved later on in his career. But I really like this trade, because think about some of the matchups that they can run. Like if they want to play small, Gordon Hayward is a perfect small ball 4. Chet at the 5. Dort at the 3, or if they want to, when Dort's in foul trouble, or they want to run, they just want him off the bench and they want to run Gordon Hayward with the starting unit. I even saw some stuff where you could run Shea, you can run Lou Dort at the 2 because he's a smaller small forward. Gordon Hayward at the 3, Jade up at the 4, Chet at the 5.
Yeah,
that's
bro,
a pretty damn good
go
line.
any different way they want to with that one. So
I
give it a B+.
B+.
Only reason it's not an A is because I don't know what the timeline for Gordon Hayward is, but when he comes back, he's gonna be hooping. Yeah. That's the only reason.
I have a feeling, because he's got a player option next year. I think this is setting up an opportunity for them to move off a shit ton of draft capital and go get a star in the offseason. Because you take his salary, you combine it with Josh Giddey in the offseason. You bring in a shit ton of picks. and you go out and get a guy. Like, what if Cat's available? Like, bring in Cat, play to 4.
Chet and Cat.
Chet and Cat? That'd be pretty gross. And both Chet and Cat can shoot. Like, there's a lot of opportunities that they can have with this because Davis Bertans isn't getting you shit. If Gordon Hayward comes in there and hoops and looks good in the playoffs, his trade value is going to skyrocket, especially with him being on a 1-year deal. So,
yeah, bro. Sam Presti is in the kitchen right now.
yeah, bro.
Facts.
Straight up.
Bro's cooking.
Straight up.
Shout out to OKC, though. Good to see them with the young guys running the league and setting up for years to come.
Yeah, and this is the moment where all of that trading for draft capital is coming to a head, bro. It really is. Like they're getting to the point where they finally got like a set 8-man, 9-man roster with all these picks that they've had, and they got to move off some because they've got like fucking 10 of them the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, bro.
So, yeah, there's only so many.
You look at some of these guys, the young guys, they're gonna be up for contract. So,
I mean, not even. I mean, Lou Dort's locked up on a somewhat friendly deal. He's only making like $17 million a year. Chet still got 2 years.
Yeah.
Giddey's not going to get a bag. He might get maybe 20.
You think Jalen Williams might get a bag though? He's been hooping.
Yeah, but he's only in his second year too. No, he's in his first year, isn't he? No, second year.
I think second year. Yeah.
He's hooping. But he's only in his second year. So like they've got 2 years to they can go out and get a star this offseason.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of cap space to do it. So
yeah.
Bring
PG back.
Yeah, bring coming home. I'm coming home. Oh, Tell the world that I'm coming home.
Get the band together. KD, Russell Westbrook.
Bring everybody back. Go, Sean Kemp, go get his old ass out of retirement.
Oh man. What's the dude's name? Not Mike Muscala. Oh man,
Steven Adams.
The white guy from when KD was with the what's
Andre Roberson?
Nick something.
Nick Moustapha.
Nick Collison.
Oh,
yeah.
Nick Collison.
Get Nick Collison ass
I just said Nick Moustapha. Bro's a freaking baseball player, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, dude, just get the whole band back together. Use all the picks. Maybe that's what the plan is. Maybe that's the plan. Bring everybody home.
Yeah. James Harden too.
Yeah, James Harden, get his sorry ass
and
up there.
Andre Robertson.
I'd bring his ass out of the G League.
Just give him a plastic knee.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Listen,
a bunch of other trades didn't
stuff.
really amount to much. I mean, you're swapping Dennis Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
And but Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah, just not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
But it was a really good trade deadline for like contenders, I thought, or teams that are trying to become contenders for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like you look like the Knicks way better after the trade deadline, the Mavs, the Thunder, all teams that are trying to compete, bolstering up, and that's what the trade deadline's for.
For sure.
So we'll have to see how it all shakes out, but another year, another trade deadline.
Facts. And before we get into what everybody's here for, make sure you let us know in the comments what your favorite trade of this deadline is. Tell us what your team's favorite move was. Tell us if you're disappointed in the moves they made, or if your team didn't make any moves. Tell us what you think they should have done, because trade deadline's all about controversy, and I love telling everybody in the comments that they're wrong. It's fun. It's very fun to me to get people to argue. It's very fun.
Bro has a toxic side of vindicating his opinions.
It's just fun to see somebody so mad on the internet about something that just doesn't matter. Like, why can't we just sit back and enjoy what we're seeing? You know what I mean?
Like our conversation with the homies.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, like nobody could we watched 2 weeks ago LeBron and Steph, the two oldest motherfuckers in the league, just put on an absolute clinic, and everyone's talking shit. Like, oh my God, Steph, he needs to play better. They're not winning. LeBron's getting old. Like, appreciate it now, because sooner rather than later, The league is going to start marketing Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Giannis, Anthony Edwards. We're not going to have these guys anymore. So appreciate what you're watching.
Yep. They have been milking these guys. Pause.
Hey, yo, what? Pause.
Plus years.
You're crazy for that.
It's true.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, let's change gears. Let's talk about the most important thing, Super Bowl Sunday. Against my will, because to be honest, I really don't want to talk about this. This is the least amount of excitement that I've had probably since I've been watching NFL football for a Super Bowl. This was like my nightmare. We lost to the Chiefs last year, and I might hate the Niners more than I hate the Cowboys at this point, bro. Like, both teams that I just absolutely despise. I'm forced against my will to watch play for an NFL championship.
Listen.
On Sunday.
3 things are constant in this universe, okay? Death, taxes, and an Eagles fan getting upset on a Sunday. Nothing is better than watching an Eagles fan go through it, bro. I swear. Oh, my God.
Except for February of 2018, bro. There was no upset Eagles fans then, but...
No. You're right. You had your moment. I respect it.
Yeah.
But no, like, this game is going to tell a big story. There's a lot of things intertwined in this game. I mean, you look at the legacy dynasty run that Mahomes and the Chiefs are trying to put on. You look at the Taylor Swift drama throughout the league. You look at Kyle Shanahan trying to get over the hump again. Brock Purdy, the Mr. Irrelevant. Like, there's a lot of things. If you just look at it like that, and I know it's hard for you because you're an Eagles fan, but if you look at it like that as a legacy and history standpoint, it's a lot easier to appreciate what we're going to watch this Sunday. Bro, come on. You got to give me something. You got to give me something, dude.
You're not getting nothing, bro.
You've got to give me something.
I'm going to say, you're coming to the crib Sunday, right?
I actually have yet to talk to you about that. No.
All right.
But we'll discuss.
All right. As I was going to say, listen, bro, the only thing you're going to get from me is a couple drinks and some good pool time.
Yeah. Yeah, me and the beautiful girl in the comments, we're going up to my buddy Matt's. So,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going up there. It's going to be fun. But, yeah, I was going to tell you, just working out details.
Okay.
Yeah. So, sorry to let you down live.
Bros. I thought we had a tradition.
Bang, bros, bang.
Thought we had a tradition. That's cool.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. I guess what are your thoughts on this game? I know you got some things written down and you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Niners are 2.5-point favorites for some reason. It opened up at 2. It has since shifted to 2.5. What are your thoughts on this atrocity of a Super Bowl matchup?
Well, listen, I'm not giving my prediction till the very end of the show. And it's not an atrocity. Listen, we just spent a good 45 seconds to 2 minutes talking about we need to appreciate what we have. And you're up here, fuck this game. I'm going
to... Bro, listen.
Bro's going to be sauced at noon.
Can the Super Bowl end in a tie?
The Super Bowl cannot, in fact, end in a tie, unfortunately. Like, maybe would you rather see one team have a parade or both teams have a parade? What's your choice?
I'd rather see no team have a parade.
But no.
You know what? Here. I'll give you my ideal scenario. Here, ready? Hold on.
All right, let's hear it. I want to know.
All right. So, here's my ideal scenario. And shout out to Philly Sports Sufferer. I'm reading his. But I wholeheartedly agree. So, I'm taking this as my prediction as well. This is my optimal scenario for the Super Bowl. Chiefs up 10-3 at the end of the first quarter. Going into halftime, we're tied at 17. At halftime, shout out Usher. He delivers one of the best halftime performances in Super Bowl history. But at the end, one of his fireworks tip over. And it explodes on the Niners sideline, and they cannot play the rest of the game. So what happens? The Eagles run out of the tunnel and give America the matchup they want. And immediately, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, touchdown. And then at the end of the game, a game-winning drive. Who puts it on his back? None other than Jalen Hurts to win the Super Bowl.
Listen, let me tell you something.
And Jalen Hurts goes on to become the best quarterback of all time.
Let me tell you something.
And we are sitting here talking about Pat Mahomes, who?
I will tell you something right now. I will show my bare ass live on the program if this happens. All right? I promise. I'll put it in writing if you need. I will sign a contract. Kyle will show bare ass on podcast if the Eagles win the Super Bowl without being in it. It's a good idea. You're great. That's a good story. Nice story, Grandpa.
Thanks, kid.
No.
Now go to sleep.
Unlike you, I'm super excited for this game just because of all the storylines intertwined in it. A lot of adversity both these teams have faced all year. I mean, the Niners went on a 3-game skid. They lost Trent Williams for a little bit. Everyone's been counting out Kansas City all year. They've been underdogs in 3 straight games. And everybody knows the stat. Mahomes is 12-1-1 as an underdog. Yep. So I'm super excited. So I got a few things we need to start a dialogue on. With a win today, or Sunday rather, with a win, do you think Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes solidify themselves as the greatest duo in playoff history? Arguably of all time.
I don't know if greatest. I don't know if I would say greatest.
Why do you say that?
Because you got to think. I mean,
there's some other ones out there. I mean, you look at
Brady and Gronk have
Brady and Gronk.
What do they have? Like 4 together.
They have 4 together.
Four together. They have 4 together on 2 different teams.
Montana Rice have 3 together.
Montana and Rice have 3. Yeah, I mean, they would probably be in that conversation. I wouldn't say greatest, though.
I'm going to tell you why I think so. Not because I'm a Chiefs fanboy. It's not because I'm a Chiefs fanboy.
Yes, it is, Nick Wright. No,
I mean, no, listen. Like, Patrick Mahomes right now is on pace to be the greatest quarterback of all time, correct? He's on pace. He's on pace. He's on pace to get 6 Super Bowls by the end of the decade. If he will, yes, he's on pace. And Kelce has already broken the record for total receptions in a playoff career.
Mm-hmm.
That he's not very far out from yardage. I think he's only 250 yards away. He's not obviously going to get it this year, but I mean, the Chiefs are going to be in the playoffs next year.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Bro, if Travis Kelce gets 250 yards, I'm going to stop saying things that I'm going to do on this program because one of these days,
what
the
are
things
you
that
going
I
to
say,
do?
one of these days, something's going to happen that I'm going to predict, and I'm going to have to show my bare ass on YouTube. I just can't do it.
You're going to get us kicked off of YouTube. Please don't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, we just won't take ad revenue that day.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, Kelce's already becoming the greatest pass catcher to ever play in the postseason. And it's not so much the numbers. And Shannon Sharp said this today when he was on the McAfee show. It was either today or yesterday. He has Kelce as the greatest tight end ever because Kelce's insanely good in the regular season and then gets better in the postseason.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys do that. I mean, Kelce is averaging like 115 yards per game the last like 14 playoff games he's played in. Which is that's outrageous. And that's That's insane. I feel like a lot of Jerry Rice was longevity. I mean, he won 3 Super Bowls, correct? Jerry Rice?
I want to say 4.
4.
He won one
Okay.
with Steve Young, right?
Yeah, he won one with Steve Young. So Kelsey's only going to be 1 behind him.
Wait.
I think it's 4.
Now I gotta think
No,
about
no. Didn't he win one? Wasn't
it was
with,
4. It was 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah, because he won. It was against Miami, then they won against Cincinnati, then went back to back against Denver, and then he won one with Steve Young in '94.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was right.
So,
okay.
He's only going to be 1 behind him if they win this week, and he's probably going to pass him in all the statistical categories, and Mahomes as a tight end, he's going to pass the greatest receiver. Arguably, he's in. I think most people consider him to be in the top 3 football players of all time, right? I mean, you look at guys like Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, Jim Brown. Like these are certain guys.
I don't know if we look at Bo Jackson like that.
Well, I guess he's considered one of the greatest
as a talent
athletes all time. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Jerry Rice is in that class.
Yeah,
and for him to do that as a tight end in a sport where we get 1, maybe 2 1,000-yard receiving tight ends a year, it's just outrageous. Like I saw the stat, like if you took his year that he's having and pieced it together as a season, I mean, if you took his playoff numbers from the last 16 games, basically a full season, he's got like 130 catches, 1,600 yards, and like 17 touchdowns over postseason football games.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, like, I think they very well could become it because, I mean, if Mahomes wins this one, like, this is one of the hardest rings to win. I mean, what does he have in that receiving corps outside of Rice?
Yeah. MBS, Kadarius Toney, who?
Yeah, who? So I think there's a real chance. Right now, it's probably still Montana Rice, but
I would, I would say so.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Brady Gronk.
Yeah,
to be the greatest. Yeah. Because I mean, you look, they did it 3 times in New England, and then they decided to go down to Tampa and did it again. They did it
but my only issue with that is we know that Gronk was not dominant in that playoff run with the Bucs. That's my thing. He just wasn't dominant. I mean, you look at Mike Evans, the postseason he had. Chris Godwin was great. They were running the ball.
True.
Playoff Lenny, like they had a lot of.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like in history that kind of gets forgotten, and you just look at the number.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just like, well, they went down there and they did it. Which I mean, Gronk played, and then in the Super Bowl, Gronk hooped.
Yeah, and
2 tuds.
And you know what I mean? It's going to be in casual football fans. It's going to be a conversation. People are always looking at numbers, but the people that were actually there watching the games or looked at the film or looked at the game-by-game stats, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, dude, I think they have a real chance. Staying on the side of the Chiefs, Andy Reid has a chance to win his 3rd Super Bowl with the Chiefs. He's been on multiple Super Bowl runs with multiple teams. Can he become the greatest coach of all time? And if you don't think he can, do you think he can be the greatest offensive coach of all time? I think he's at least in the top 3 right now.
Yeah, probably. I would say yeah. I mean, there's not really much to my answer other than I mean he's had success. He had success in Philly. Yeah. He's having success in Kansas City, what he hasn't had with us.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's been able to retool that offense, or that whole team. I mean, not in terms of like player personnel, but he's been able to like help mold the identity of that team, however the year goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year, it's been all about the defense. Last year, it was about and when Tyreek Hill was there, it was about the offense.
Yep.
So, it takes a really good coach to do that, and Andy Reid definitely deserves consideration for best coach of all time. Definitely best offensive mind though. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
Andy Reid, the dog.
The thing that you can really look at with Andy Reid is a lot of Hall of Fame and great coaches are always linked to a great quarterback. And Andy Reid will be to Mahomes, but there's not a lot of guys, and I can't really name another guy that went on a Super Bowl run. Like, you look at his career outside of Mahomes, and he was a great coach. He took the Eagles to a Super Bowl. He's taken them to multiple NFC championship games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, I mean, Donovan McNabb was a great quarterback. Is he top 20 all time? Probably not.
There could be a case had, but again,
Yeah. But like to do
my thing about thing about McNabb was that he could have been a lot more disciplined, and we could have had a lot more success. Like if he had Jalen's mindset, we would have got at least one.
Yeah, maybe.
But
we don't deal with if, buts, and maybes.
I'm just saying. Hey, listen, you had an if, but, and maybe earlier. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, here you're doing if, buts, and maybes about the past. I'm doing if, buts, and maybes about the future.
All I'm saying is he's been on record saying, "Listen, I could have been a little bit more disciplined," and that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just PR talk.
Yeah,
but
we heard the Asante Samuel story.
Yeah,
I believe it.
But like you look at other coaches. I mean, take Belichick for example. What has he done without Brady? He's been fired. Like he was a great coordinator. Don't get me wrong, but he was fired as a coach before Brady. He was fired a second time after Brady. He hasn't really had winning seasons without him. It's a piss poor record without Brady. Now, that's not to take away from his overall career. I'm just using that example to build up Andy Reid. Like, because he's everywhere Reid is gone, he's succeeded. I mean, he took Alex Smith to the playoffs multiple times with a top 5 offense. So, like,
and Matt Castle there for a while.
Matt Castle
out there.
Yeah. So, I definitely think there's a case he can move into GOAT. I mean, I think he's got to get another one after this. And if they win this week, he's going for the 3-peat. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree,
so,
bro.
All right. So before I get into one of my questions, tell me some stuff that like you're excited about in this game. Like I know that it's not a game that you really care for because it's Chiefs Niners, but like what is something that you're looking forward to see in the game?
Honestly,
whether it be matchups or like, you know what I mean? It's things of that nature.
I am interested to see how the Chiefs are able to navigate the Niners defense. Particularly at the offensive and defensive line. I think the Niners have shown that they can be run on.
Yep.
And, you know, if the Chiefs decide to do that, which I'm sure that they will, how that's going to impact the pass game.
Yep.
Because I mean, it's no secret when the Niners are able to pin their ears back and just send the dogs, and they don't have to worry about the run. They're one of the best defenses in the league, and outside in the secondary, I do think they have the guys that can cover the Chiefs wide receivers. Because I mean, other than Rashee Rice, these guys aren't really anything really to talk much about. No. I felt the same way about the Eagles last year. Like I was slaying Bradbury against MVS and Juju Smith-Schuster. So I kind of feel the same way. I feel like Rashee Rice is an upgrade though over a Juju Smith-Schuster. But
agreed, he's gonna be a Pro Bowl level wide receiver.
Yeah, but again, I feel like it all starts at the offensive and defensive line and with the run game. So if the Chiefs are able to establish the run, it's not going to be pretty. No. They're going to get that play action pass going, and if not, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they break down that defense. And again, on the other side with the Niners, how they're going to navigate the Chiefs defense. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. I mean, The Chiefs' defense has been very underrated, I would say.
It's been a top 3
Yeah,
defense.
but
I'm not sure if
it's gone under the radar. So
Yep.
against guys like Kittle,
Yeah.
Debo, CMC, Brandon Ayuk, like if they're able to stop these guys, that'll be huge. And I mean it, like I've been saying all year, it starts with Christian McCaffrey. Because if you can put it on Brock Purdy, you got a shot to win.
Mhm. Yeah, I definitely think, because I'm in the camp of the Chiefs are going to get their shit off in the passing game regardless, because that's just what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Even when receivers are struggling, they're moving the ball up and down the field. If they get the run game going and can milk some clock, it's a wrap, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because when you look at the Niners as a defensive unit, that's really their only weakness is their run defense.
Yeah, I mean, is Talanoa Hufanga playing? Is he healthy? Like I don't.
No, he's been out for the year.
All right, he's out for the year. Okay, because if he was there, that makes the Kelsey matchup interesting.
No,
because
it's probably gonna be Fred Warner on Kels.
Probably, and that's no cakewalk either.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very interested to see how they navigate the run game, because Pacheco, just even when he's not running the ball, if he's averaging 3 yards per carry, he's falling forward for 2 or 3 more. So
yeah,
it's not going to be a fun time, especially if they have to be able. Both these teams, I think, is going to come down to the run game. Let's just put it that way. If Christian McCaffrey is able to consistently run the ball throughout the game, I think they have a good chance at winning. But I could say the same thing about the Chiefs, because they've been great when Pacheco is moving.
Yeah.
What do you think about specifically the gadget plays out of the Niners? Because like when your end arounds and things like that, because they've scored. I mean, not so much the Niners doing it. I mean, the Chiefs doing it to the Niners defense. Because we saw last 2 weeks ago, the Lions scored on 2 end arounds last year. J-Mo did it, and I think it was it Gibbs lined up in the slot came around too? I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But I know there was definitely 2 end around touchdowns. There was one a week before that. Jaden Reed had an end around touchdown. So that could be an interesting thing here, because they've got some speed. Like I could see McCole Hardman being a big X factor for the Chiefs if he can get involved in the run game.
Yeah. Again, that all goes back to there are gadget plays, but again, that goes back to the run defense. The Niners' eye discipline in the run defense in terms of misdirection and stuff hasn't been that great in the playoffs.
No.
So that could be a point of emphasis, but it all goes back to the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's going to be able to keep the defense honest is going to win this game. I'm inclined to think the Chiefs are going to do it better than the Niners, but again, the Niners have arguably the best back of the decade.
Yeah.
In their backfield. So
without a question, since he stepped foot in the league, he's probably been the best running back in football.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? The San Francisco McCaffreys go as he goes. So if he's going, then it's going to be really hard to stop that Niners team.
Mm.
But yeah, that's really where it starts for me in this game. And whoever's able to do that and get the jab working, they can come with a hook, play action down the field.
Yeah.
So, and then for the Niners, that's really where Brock Purdy's able to make his bread. Once you get that run game going, he's able to cook off the play actions and stuff. So, if that's not working, it's gonna be tough to get that downfield action working.
Yeah, I agree. I think the chunk plays are going to be a big thing. We saw the Chiefs light up the Bills with the chunk play, getting the ball in that 10 to 25 yard range. There's a lot. I mean, it's the fucking Super Bowl. Everything matters, and everything is a question mark.
Yeah, bro. All the way down to special teams.
Yeah, facts, dude. But I mean, both these teams have good special teams, so.
There you go. That's what you got from me.
Yeah. Who do you think in this game, coaches, players alike, who has the most pressure to get the job done? Because to me,
I would say Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Reason being, this is the third time that he's been there, and every single time it seems like he has had it in his grips.
Yeah.
He has had the Vince Lombardi in his grips, and somehow, some way, he blows a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter and loses. So, and he does it a third time. We're going to have some hard conversations about Kyle Shanahan not as a head coach,
but just can he get his team over the hump?
Yeah, like in legacy talk. Like,
I agree.
That's going to be it. Like, Kyle Shanahan's a great coach. He's got a great offensive system, all that stuff, but bro never gets it done.
No.
That's going to be his legacy.
No, and
so I think for him to get the Lombardi is going to help his legacy case a whole lot.
Yes.
So I would say he probably has the most pressure out of quarterback and coach, because Purdy, I mean, he probably has the least amount of pressure.
He's playing with house money, in my opinion.
He's the last pick in the draft last year.
Yeah.
A lot of people, including myself, don't really think he's the shit.
No.
And he's got the Niners by the balls and can win a Super Bowl and take down the mighty Empire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got the least amount of pressure, but it's his head coach that has the most.
Yeah. The only way where that Brock Purdy has pressure on him is if he puts it on himself and to convince himself that he is a great quarterback. I know how you feel about him. I think he has a chance to prove it. I mean, he's in the Super Bowl. Like, there's a chance to rewrite the story that's out there about you. But I'm so happy that you said Kyle Shanahan, because I thought the same exact thing. That's the first person that came to mind. And for those of you watching who don't really know the history of Kyle Shanahan, head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, he was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons when they blew that 28-3 lead against the Patriots a few years ago. He was doing everything in his power to lose that game. The only person that was doing anything on that offensive side of the ball was Julio Jones. Julio Jones had, in my opinion, at least the greatest wide receiver game from a receiver that I've seen with my own two eyes.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, do you remember that toe tap?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes, I do.
I wish. All right, NFL, listen. I'm talking to you, Roger Goodell. Look me in the eye. We need you to sponsor the show, because we have a very big habit of remembering plays from random times in history. Now, that's a big one, but I remember Derrick Henry's 97-yard touchdown run against the Raiders. So
99.
Yeah, I remember those things.
I'll give you an obscure play nobody remembers.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I remember the Immaculate Reception Part 2 on the Eagles Super Bowl run against the Falcons in the divisional round. Second quarter, getting close to halftime. Foles throws up a duck, which should have been a pick. Keanu Neal off the knee into the hands of Torrey Smith.
I remember that. You just unlocked the memory. I remember that.
Yeah.
But
bro, I was on one that day.
Yeah. But moving back to Shanahan, so he blew that game as an offensive play caller with the Falcons. He's been to a Super Bowl. This is the second time these teams are matching up in the Mahomes era. And he laid an egg in that game too. The Chiefs that was one that they ran away with. So this is an opportunity for him to change the narrative. And it's not just that. There's other stats that lead into it. Being down 14 points in the second half, he's like 1-26 or some shit like that.
It's like 2-26 now.
2-26 after this past week, or like the week before that.
Yeah.
But 2-26, god awful. I mean, no one should have a winning record in that scenario, honestly, except for Mahomes. He's the only one that does. But
for it to be that putrid.
Yeah, for it to be that bad is just not good. He cannot play while down. How much of that is on him And how much is that on the quarterbacks that he's had? I don't know. I'm not here to speculate. But I definitely think he's got a lot to gain from this. I do, however, think, though, the boost that Brock Purdy could get from this win.
Yeah.
Like, I
can
think
see it.
I think he has the most to gain.
Yeah. Me personally, it's all contingent on how the game goes. Like,
Yeah.
If they're just blowing the shit out of the Niners, like, I'm gonna be sitting up here saying my same narrative that I've been saying all year.
Yep.
Look at the guys, look at the team that he has around him. He's got an all-pro at practically every single position group.
Yeah.
No injuries. But if they're in a close game, if they're down, let's say 8 or whatever, fourth quarter, I don't know, let's say like 2:45 in the game with 2 timeouts, need a drive, can't get Christian McCaffrey going in the run game. It's all on Brock Purdy. He puts a drive together, Brady-esque, takes him down, gets him in, touchdown, 2-point conversion, and win the game. I'm going to have to give him credit, but again, like, it's all contingent on how the game goes.
I think if they win this game and he plays just a clean game, it doesn't have to be great, doesn't have to be magnificent, it doesn't have to be the driving source. Like, you and I probably have Jared Goff in the same spot. He's probably somewhere around like the 7 to 10 range in the league, right? Jared Goff. I could put, if he gets a Super Bowl here, and it doesn't have to be pretty. He just has to do enough to win. I don't see why he can't be considered on that tier. The Dak tier, the Goff tier. Like, these are great quarterbacks year in and year out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying if he goes out and he throws for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, wins a game-winning drive, and I'm not saying if he does
I'm not
that,
saying he has to throw for 400 yards, but I'm saying he has to be the reason that they win the game.
I don't even think he has to be the reason, like the reason. As long as it is for me, as long as it doesn't look like he's riding the bus, you know what I mean? Like, if he's there, like,
he's got to be driving.
If Christian McCaffrey's running for 150 yards in this game and he converts on a 3rd and 7 in the third quarter where they have to have it down 3, or a 4th and 3 in Chiefs territory before halftime to get it in the end zone, like, those are things we can look back at and be like, he helped them win this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's more so what I'm thinking. If we see a game like that, I don't see why we can't put him into that top 10 category, because he's done nothing. I mean, as much as he hasn't shown us that he could put a team on his back, he hasn't shown us that he's a liability to anybody. You know what I mean? We've seen Dak be a liability. We've seen Jared Goff be a liability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's sort of how I feel about it right now. So
yeah,
I definitely think
we'll have to see.
Yeah, he's got a lot to gain from this. I mean, everybody does. It's a Super Bowl.
He probably has the most to gain.
I would say
from it. But he has the least amount of pressure on him because nobody's expecting him to do anything.
No, crazy. He's going up against
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
And
you're supposed to lose. You're supposed to lose to those guys.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, dude. So on the screen here, I put up some of the stats from the year. It's kind of crazy that the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. I had to put MBS on here because he's their 3rd best receiver.
315 yards.
It's just outrageous. He's got
bro had the Quez Watkins stat line and made the Super Bowl graphic.
Yeah, it's just I thought about putting a defender on there, but I wanted to go all offense because I was going all offense on the Niners.
Yeah,
but
bro could have had like Justin Watson up there. Bro would have had more yards.
We spoke about it with Smitty and DV a little bit last week, but this puts Mahomes at, I think, 2 for me if he wins this game.
Yeah. For me, we did discuss this last week.
Yeah.
I still think he's probably on the doorstep of the top of the Mount Rushmore. I think his top 5, him being at 5 for me
right now, or with a win.
With a win, I think that would be pretty justified. I mean, you look for me, it's Brady at 1, Joe Montana at 2, probably Peyton Manning at 3. I mean, that 4 spot can.
That's
be
what I'm saying.
pretty,
It could be him.
It could be frisky. It could be frisky.
You can look at guys like him, Elway. There's just a lot of guys you can put.
Steve Young, Aikman. I don't know. Would you put Aikman up there? Dan Marino.
I don't know. That's the thing, though. Like, there's that's why I think he's a certified Mount Rushmore guy, because like we don't have questions with Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like Aikman, it's like bro never threw for 4,000 yards in a time where Joe Namath did it before him. So it's not like it's never been done before.
Yeah.
Bradshaw,
he might be at 4 for me, because at least at 5, 4 or 5. I can't think of a 4th guy, but
I mean, you could say Elway. Elway's got a ring.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Yeah, he's got 2 rings, and he's been to 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
and an MVP.
Probably. So it would probably be between those 2 guys.
Yeah, probably. I could agree. I just think it. Like I said, it's stats, accolades, and eye test. No one completes the eye test more than Mahomes.
Yeah,
he's already got 2 MVPs. Not many people have him. Not many people do. There's only, I think, 8 quarterbacks with multiple MVPs. And he's going to be at 3 rings, which only Montana, Bradshaw, and Brady have more than him. So I definitely think that he could bump into 2 just because we know what we're seeing. Like, and to do it with the cast that he has this year is crazy. It's a down year for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we'll have to see. I still think like 2 is a little crazy at this point. In another 2 or 3 years, if he's got another 2, I think then we can kind of have that conversation. But right now, at least, he at best for me, he's probably 4.
Okay. No, it's not bad. I mean, it's arguable between a lot of guys.
It's subjective.
Yeah. And we all know that I'm a Patrick Mahomes homer.
Groupie.
I'm a groupie. I am a Patrick Mahomes groupie. I am. Unlimited glaze from this side of the table.
Hall of Fame glazer. For the
oh, my God. You think this halftime show is going to be any good? I feel like they haven't been as of late.
I really don't care about the halftime show. Hopefully it's good with Usher. Usher's a dog. But again, if it's like the, I don't mean to get on the political religious spectrum, but I mean, if it's one of those like Satanist ritual performances, like all red.
Yeah.
No.
I think the last good one, like the really good one we've had, was probably Timberlake.
Timberlake, I honestly didn't really watch that one. That was the year we won.
Yeah.
I thought Dr. Dre and Snoop, 50 Cent and Eminem, I thought that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm hoping to be by a campfire with my girl at halftime. So
yeah, hey,
that's where I plan on being. And I ain't watching Usher. Unless it's cold. Unless if it's super cold, I'm staying inside. Bro.
Hey,
there's your
halftime show right there.
Yeah, facts.
She can give you a half.
I'll just pull it out I'll put it up on the phone. Just hold it on the phone.
Oh man, you need it on the phone. She'll be your halftime show.
Facts. Star of the show, bro. I'm telling you.
Yep.
But let's see. What else?
Why don't we get to the nitty gritty, bro?
I think we should.
Let's stop playing games. Let's stop.
We've been doing the dance.
Listen. Let's stop beating around the bush.
We've been doing the dance for too long now.
Come on, bro.
Come on, dude.
Chiefs, Niners. Put the X's and O's together. Chiefs
Yeah.
are 2.5-point dogs.
Yeah.
Niners 2.5-point favorites.
Yep.
If you want to give a score prediction, you can give a score
I'm
prediction.
giving my score prediction.
Me
I'm
personally,
giving my
not
quarterly.
a big. Okay, let me finish. I'm personally not a big score prediction guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to try to give you one, but I'm not personally a big because I mean I'm never anywhere close.
Mm-hmm.
But who's winning? Who's covering?
Yeah. So, and make sure you let us know in the comments who you think is winning. Okay. We want to know what everybody thinks so we can tell you you're wrong, even though we agree. Right? So, all right. Here's what I see happening in this game. All right. I think it's going to be after first quarter 7-3 Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to score in their opening drive. Okay. I think they're going to score in their opening drive. The Niners are going to struggle to move the ball early on, get the jitters out of the way, things like that. I think we end up being at halftime 10-10. 10-10, I feel like that's what we're going to see at half. And then moving into the second half, I think it's going to be 17-10 Chiefs after the third quarter. They might score on their opening drive with halftime adjustments. We'll see. But I think the game ends 20-13. Chiefs. Yeah. I think the Chiefs have been doing it all year. They've been holding teams to an average of 4 points in the second half. 4 points in the second half. I think they're going to lock up, only give up 3 points in the second half. Chiefs are going to do just enough to get it done. And I think Patrick Mahomes is going to get his third Super Bowl MVP, bro. Taylor's going to come down.
She going to propose to Travis?
No, I don't think they're going to propose. So me and Emma were joking about this. We were like, she might as well just be in the commentating booth. You got the two guys breaking it down, and then you got Taylor Swift relaying the message to all the Swifties. But no, I don't think there's any type of proposal. I think I wouldn't be surprised if she's up on the. Yeah, I don't
think she's holding a Lombardi.
You think Taylor's gonna play? Play as in like play the game, or she's gonna be playing the halftime show?
Listen, let me ask you this. What are the odds that Taylor Swift wins Super Bowl MVP? What are the odds, bro?
The odds? I'll set it at plus 150.
Plus 150?
Mahomes, Taylor, Purdy.
I'm hammering
or
that.
C-back or something. But like, I don't know, dude.
So you're rolling with the Chiefs?
I am. I think it's going to be a low-scoring Super Bowl. I think there's going to be a lot of action in it, a lot of moving the ball. But I just think both these defenses are really good. And if it's a close game, I'm never betting against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And that's where I sit, dude.
Yeah. For me, this is like picking between Hitler and Stalin, but I'm gonna go.
Well, if you want, hey, listen, wave the white flag. Wave the white flag. It's a wrap. There you go. You don't want no part of it.
It's like picking between Hitler and Stalin.
Here's what we're seeing. Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Hey. You never know.
Listen,
I do not want to see them tag team and pause on live. I don't need to see that.
No, but I definitely think she's up on the podium during the ceremony if they win.
You think Rodgers handed her the trophy? And
I know. I don't think so. But we've seen it in the past. Like family members come up and everything.
Yeah.
Like I think it's going to be Jason, Donna, Dad, and Taylor up on the podium with Travis.
Could be.
Yeah.
What about?
I'll tell you what.
What about Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Brittany Mahomes?
Brittany Mahomes, maybe she'll probably be up there. She'll be up and like, ah!
Yeah.
She's
I don't
a
know.
loud human.
This is off topic, kind of somewhat after hours talk, but I don't know if you saw those pictures. Like
Of what?
I thought beforehand, like I could see her as the crazy, manipulative, toxic girlfriend.
Yeah.
But just looking at her in those pictures, like look at her eyes, like that's all the vindication I need. Like she is a crazy son of a gun.
Bro, why are you so mean to people?
I'm just saying, bro. Listen, I've lived
You know
it.
what I
I've
think?
seen it.
Somebody I never met is just toxic.
Listen, it's been well documented on social media.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell
I
you
know
what.
why pictures is fire, but she got the crazy look in her eyes, bro.
You know
Like,
what I need? I need this badly. I need a camera crew to follow Jason Kelsey around Vegas throughout the weekend. That's what I need. After what we saw in Buffalo,
yeah,
I need
that's
a
my
Jason.
center, bro.
I need a Jason Kelsey behind the scenes.
That's my fucking center, bro.
That's your Super Bowl.
That's my center. I honestly think he's trending towards coming back next year. I think.
Yeah. Is he signed?
No, he was on a 1-year deal. He's been on a 1-year deal for like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But I think bro's coming back for at least one more.
Probably.
Him and Trav might go out together.
I think so too.
Um,
Maybe try to ride out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if the Chiefs win it, Trav isn't going nowhere.
Yeah, and I mean, Jason Kelsey's talked about the great additions that we made with the coaching staff and how he's excited for us to improve and all this fun stuff. Like, bro, he sounds like he's coming back. But getting back to my prediction.
Yeah, I need to hear it.
Like I said, this is like picking between Hitler, Stalin, or picking in the most recent presidential election for the winner. There is no good choice for me. It's been well documented how I despise both of these teams, the Niners more than the Chiefs. And I'm going with the Chiefs. Reason being, for one, I despise them a little bit less. I got love for Travis Kelce. I got love for Andy Reid, former Eagle.
You're not a Patrick Mahomes
like we've discussed many times. It's hard to bet against Pat Mahomes, and him and Andy Reid and that team have done some improbable things this year. Even I've said, like, bro, this ain't the same team. Like, what are we doing? We're talking about the Eagles' struggles. Chiefs are struggling just as bad, and all of a sudden, playoffs come. They flip a switch, and here we are. They're in the Super Bowl.
That's what the all-time greats do, bro.
Yeah, bro. So yeah. It's going to come down to Mahomes doing Mahomes things. I think they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit on San Francisco, and Kyle Shanahan turns into a pumpkin on Super Bowl Sunday. And we're definitely gonna see what Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy is made of. And I tend to think that I'm going to be right.
Yeah.
So I'm rocking with the Kansas City Chiefs here. Can I see the Niners winning? I can.
I just can't.
Bro, honestly, I can see them winning if their defense sets the tone and Christian McCaffrey plays like an MVP and they start getting that play action pass game going. Like, it's going to be hard to stop them. But again, I'm going with the Chiefs. That's the lesser of the two evils for me. And I can stomach that. Yeah. The shit that the Niners fans have talked for them to feel so enabled after last year's playoff game, and then just this whole playoff run of them being favored in every single game, including this one, talking about how they're the underdogs. Bro, y'all got all pros at every position. How are y'all the underdog? Y'all want to beat us so bad, bro. I swear.
Bro, you can't listen just because you can't knock that.
We live in their heads rent free.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
You need to go on Niners Twitter.
The last 2 years, who's accomplished more? The Niners or the Eagles? The Niners.
They've accomplished arguably about the same.
More. An NFC Championship run and a Super Bowl run.
Cool. Playoff losses and Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah.
Cool. You gotta look at Niners Twitter sometime.
I've seen.
Listen, stay talking about us.
Listen,
I don't know what it is.
Late at night when the wheels are turning, I dive into NFL Twitter. Okay, and I see the Niners propaganda all over the place. You're just upset because Debo backed it up.
I'm not upset that Debo backed it up. Listen,
I will say though, them bitching about the field during this like week is just crap.
It's setting up for excuses. Like
the Chiefs last year, they were the team.
We didn't have a quarterback last year. Now, they gave us a shitty facility to practice at.
Like you didn't hear that from the Chiefs last year. They were the ones that were in the lesser facility last year.
Yeah.
You didn't hear it from them.
Yeah,
we
had the stadium.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the big reasons, obviously, Mahomes, Kelsey, Reed are the big reason why I'm picking them. But also, I don't feel like Mahomes has to play a great game to win, but I do think Brock Purdy does.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. He's going to have an out-of-body experience for me.
Yeah, we saw Jalen Hurts leaps and bounds outplay Mahomes last year and just still couldn't quite get
his defense let him down.
Yeah.
And we should have won last year, but the defense could not stop a nosebleed.
No. So,
and that was with Mahomes not really playing a great game. If Mahomes plays a great game, even if Mahomes played a great game last year, bro, we still could have probably won. We just could not get a stop. But if Mahomes is playing a great game, like Brock Purdy's going to have an out-of-body experience if he wants to
get it done.
If he wants to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I'm super excited for Sunday. I know you're not as much, but I mean, dude, the Super Bowl's always a movie.
Take it or leave it.
The Super Bowl's always a movie.
Especially considering, bro, like you ain't gonna be there. That past Super Bowl was so sad. I agree wholeheartedly.
I was having a great time during that Super Bowl.
Oh man, I was having a great time till the fucking fourth quarter. I remember it vividly, bro. We went into halftime up 10. We're shooting pool. I'm like, hey, bro, I was off the Crown Rissy too, bro. I was vibing. I was like, hey, bro, listen, 30 minutes, job not finished, but we looking pretty good.
And then the
30 minutes later,
clock strikes 0. You was out the door.
I'm out the door. Yeah, bro.
Y'all
don't really understand though. When we go to we watch the Super Bowl at my aunt and uncle's house. We're also celebrating my brother's birthday because it also kind of falls on his birthday was a couple days ago, so it all kind of falls on the same week. And predominantly a lot of people that don't really watch football, and the ones that do watch football, it's like Giants fans, 49ers fans, and bandwagon fans.
Yep.
So like the atmosphere, especially when the birds are in it, is never good.
No.
Like and I was thinking about this too, like
after hours talk.
Yeah, a little after hours talk, I guess. Like when we won the Super Bowl in 2017, like that night, like I didn't really get to appreciate the whole moment all that much because everybody was telling me, yeah, y'all are cooked. It's a wrap, bro. Y'all ain't going to the Super. Y'all ain't beating Tom Brady, bro. Look at this. So like the vindication in that moment, like I've been standing on business all year. Here we are. I didn't get to sit here like, man, we did it, which is what I was looking for last year. Didn't happen. But after that, I was able to appreciate like the parade and all that stuff. But like in the moment, it was like, yeah, bro, shut the fuck up. I told you. Because listen, ain't nobody but me saw the Nick Foles insanity run coming. And
Yep.
I'm telling you, bro, if this program was running at that time,
I
we
would
would
have.
have been at our wits' end.
I would have requested PTO. Straight up.
I knew ain't no way you could see that coming. I saw it coming from a mile away. Bro, literally, like, I'm not even kidding. When Carson Wentz went down, I was literally like, bro, like everybody was like, nah, season's over. We're cooked. I'm like, nah, bro. We good. Nick Foles is that dude. Because I watched him on the 27 touchdown, 2 interception run in 2013. So I knew bro had something in the tank. And, you know, it was always unfinished business for Nick because the whole Chip Kelly thing was bad. So that whole playoff run in the Super Bowl was just like the biggest vindication ever. Like, bro, just imagine that shit like in your shoes, like Aaron Rodgers, right? I mean, Zach Wilson is a little bit different, but like, let's just say like Mark
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. No, like let's just say like Mark Sanchez, for example, backing up A-Rod. A-Rod gets hurt late in the regular season. Mark Sanchez comes in. Lynn Sandy to run. Everybody's saying, yeah, no, bro. Sanchez, y'all cooked. And bro, it's like, bro, it was the craziest run ever, but like I was never able to, like, in the moment when the clock struck 0 and they play, you know, the confetti falling, the ceremony, I wasn't really able to like appreciate it in the moment.
Oh yeah, the adrenaline was too high.
Yeah, bro. I was like, I tried to tell each and every one of y'all motherfuckers. I was like Kobe, like you. Yeah.
I remember when Joe Namath called his shot 55 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, when your grandpappy tell you about that story.
I remember the Jets' first Super Bowl win.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah, 1960s. Yeah, it was a great time, dude.
Yeah, bro. You must have.
I'm still searching for that feeling.
You must have been in the hot tub time machine, bro. Bro's watching Super Bowl highlights on 9mm film.
Sing it with me, bro. It's the Magic School Bus.
Oh, yeah,
dude. God. So you gave me a prediction the Chiefs are going to win. What's the score?
I honestly think this is probably going to be a snoozer. I'm kind of in your camp. I think the Chiefs will probably win like 20-14.
Oh, so literally my score, but -1 for the Niners.
+1.
Could you do anything original?
I'll probably say like I'll give you like 21. I'll give you 21-13.
21-13. All right, so the same thing, just one.
21-10. Take it or leave it.
All right, I'm cool with that. 21-10. Damn. 10 points for that Niners offense. Shoot, somebody losing their job.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Or probably 21-17. I could see that too.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts about this game?
About this game, no. But I was curious. This is kind of off topic somewhat. I mean, it's on topic for Super Bowl. Yep. I was thinking about this all week. My first question to kind of lead into this.
Yeah.
When did you start watching football?
Oh, damn.
Like, what's the first Super Bowl you remember, like, actually watching?
I'll tell you the first, and I've only been in the game for about 8 years. I'll tell you the first time that I remember really, like, appreciating football and watching it. was probably 2015 Ryan Fitzpatrick Linsanity run with the Jets. So let me tell you, you know the story of how I became a Jets fan, right?
Yep.
All right, so let me just tell it for the people at home, okay? Picture a young lad, a young Kyle, okay? No beard, maybe a little skinnier, a little less trauma, you know. Back in the days, 2015. So before I meet your stupid ass, I was at school and we used to do a 2-hand touch league at recess, okay? Right? And you know me, back in my day. Nobody's guarding me. Not
Except
a
for
soul.
me.
You
But I was
guard
all-time
me.
QB.
You never guard me because we always on the same team. All right.
Yeah,
You'll never have to guard me. Okay.
Yep.
It's Stephen Clay. But so we had this 2-hand touch league, and it was like a tournament bracket, like 30 teams or something like that. And I was put on the Jets team.
Mm-hmm.
Got us a chip that year. We won a chip in my what would that be? 5th grade, 6th grade?
Nah, bro, because you were already probably 4th or 5th grade. Because you were at 5th, 6th grade. You were already up at PV.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So probably like 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah.
I brought us home a chip. So, and ever since then, I was like, I guess I could like the Jets because my dad was a Cowboys fan, and you know what I mean. I never really had a good relationship with my dad, so I didn't go with the Cowboys. Yeah, with the Cowboys.
You know what? Honestly, bro, if you were a Cowboys fan, bro, we'd just be grilling.
Yeah, it would make for a much more entertaining show, I'd say.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't know if we'd be friends to tell the story. But no, I became a Jets fan from there. And moving forward, I remember hearing that like the Jets might make the playoffs in 2015. So I was like, okay, let's tune into a game. Week 16, my heart was broken for the first time as a Jets fan. Just so happened to be the first game I watched. They win at 1 p.m. And then I watched the Steelers win at 4 p.m. to send them to the playoffs and leave the Jets at home. So that's the first memory I have from football. First Super Bowl, whatever it was that year. Was it I guess that would be Broncos Carolina, right?
Probably Super Bowl 50 for the 2015 season.
Yeah.
Let me see.
If not, it would be
how y'all ended. AFC East. Yeah, 10-6. Y'all missed. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it'd be Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, that's the first Super Bowl I remember watching. Cam never jumped on the phone.
I've been watching football way longer than you, bro.
Well, I was a baseball head.
Yeah.
That.
Well, for me, the first Super Bowl that I remember watching was the second Giants-Patriots Super Bowl.
Okay. I do remember watching that, but I'd never appreciated it. Like actually
yeah, no, I'm talking about like first memory of watching like a Super Bowl. You don't have to appreciate it.
Okay, then let me change my answer quick. First time I remember watching football was OBJ's one-handed catch. That's the first game I remember watching.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Super Bowls that you've seen. Give me in the audience your five best moments or 5 favorite moments from any Super Bowl that you've seen.
Well, you know how I am. I'm not a homer. So I'll
give you mine first. And these are in no particular order, by the way.
Yep.
Obviously, number 1 is the Philly special.
Yep.
In no particular order, but as I list it first. For obvious reasons. I mean, the call in that situation of 4th and goal, only up 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Patriots getting the ball to start the second half, that was a ballsy move by Doug. Ballsy. And to be honest, like I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like in that moment, like I seen Nick go out in motion, and then I saw Corey Clement like in the gun,
Yeah.
And I thought it was direct snap. Like, it was just going to be him running.
Oh, yeah, that shit fooled everybody.
Yeah. Then I seen fucking Trey Burton get the pitch, and he throws to Nick. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, we about to win this bitch.
Yep. What else you got?
So there was that play. The Julian Edelman catch the year prior.
Oh, my God.
Where he, like, double caught it, and it was, like, this close.
On the ground, basically. Yep.
That was an all-time moment, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely all-time moment. Number 3, I'd probably have to say the Jacoby Jones kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yep.
In the Super Bowl with the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
That, and like, back in the day, I loved special teams returns for scores. I was in my element, bro. It's like, bro, this man ran 8 yards out of the end zone. Like, longest kick return in Super Bowl history for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. So there was those. For I'd probably say I'm going to say the Jermaine Kearse catch before the Marshawn Lynch 1 yard line debacle, which got him in the situation.
Yep.
Bro caught it off of his leg.
Yeah.
Like, Malcolm Butler made a great play on it. Jermaine Kearse didn't catch it, but it was still on his leg, still catches it. That was like, because I wanted the Patriots to win that Super Bowl. I was like, yo, what the fuck? That was crazy. And then the last one, I'm gonna have to say,
don't think too hard.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have to say the Manningham catch.
Yeah.
Over the shoulder. As much as I don't want to, because I hate the Giants. Not as much as I hate other teams, but like, I also didn't want the Giants to win the Super Bowl. But just watching that play was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Live. And I was certified hating as a 10-year-old in that moment. I was. You can ask moms, but yeah, that was a crazy play that I remember watching. And craziness, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get the 5, but there's a couple.
Yeah, just if you got 3.
The one I can think of from 2 Super Bowls ago, Bengals-Rams, when Aaron Donald got back-to-back sacks on 2nd and 3rd down, and then in like the 3rd quarter, and he walks down the field and goes, "Ring me."
Mm-hmm.
That shit was balls, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that reminds me of like the Warriors championship run from 2 years ago. It's like the 2nd quarter. Steph hits a corner 3, and he's like,
"Ring me."
Yeah, that
he got that shit from Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that shit just hits different. So, yeah, that was definitely one. We spoke about it earlier. The Julio Jones toe tap catch is by far one of the most slept on plays of all time.
Was crazy.
Yeah, like, that was a harder catch, in my opinion, than the Santonio Holmes catch in the Steelers Super Bowl. That corner to
I still feel like Santonio Holmes didn't get the left foot down.
Dez didn't catch it. I know.
I'm just saying, there's like this much air between his left toe and the ground.
Yeah, but no, that Julio Jones catch was freaking insane. What else? Mahomes last year on the bum ankle, that like 25-yard scramble that he had to basically like put the game away.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was cold. Yeah. That was cold. I mean, you hated that, but that was such an iconic play because like it's something nobody has back-breaking runs, like Patrick Mahomes. That dude, like Lamar can run the ball. Jalen can run the ball. Josh can run the ball. No one absolutely rips the soul out of the stadium like Patrick Mahomes on a third and down scramble. So that was a big one for me. That Julian Edelman catch was fucking insane.
Yeah.
That was fucking insane, dude.
Bro, that whole game for me was a movie because I actually had money on that game.
Yeah.
And for like 3.5 quarters, it was looking bleak for me because I took Pats and over because it's one of those bet slips.
Yeah.
They get with like a bookie or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna indulge my business, but I had one and I picked Patriots and over, and everybody was dogging me. Pause.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, I don't watch the Super Bowl with the greatest crowd.
Yeah.
But I was getting dogged all night. And then sure enough, Tom Brady comes through for me.
Yep.
And I split a couple $100 with like 3 other people.
Yeah. I definitely think those 3 are my biggest ones. And I have a question because I'm going to unretire from sports betting for the Super Bowl. I retired around like week 6. I'm bringing it back for the bowl. Okay. I will be cooking the
parlay.
La parlay. So I will be on LeBron James's Instagram account, and I will be give me the La parlay. So, but no, what are some bets that you're thinking about taking for this bowl? Me, I'm definitely taking Niners under.
McCaffrey anytime touchdown scorer.
McCaffrey touchdown scorer. I'm definitely taking Niners under. Their under is probably at like what 21, 20. Well, they're projected to win, so it might be at like 24.
Yeah,
I might take them as the under. I think Mahomes for 250 is a pretty good bet.
I mean, we thought that last year, and bro threw 150.
No, he threw more than that, didn't he?
Look it up.
That
might have been a little more than 150, but it was under 200.
That Super Bowl 57. Let's take a look, bro.
I think CMC's rushing.
Yeah.
Or honestly, I think Pacheco's rushing. Whatever the line is for that, the over is going to look good.
Yeah, probably. So Mahomes was actually sensational, but he didn't have the yardage. He was 21 of 27, 182, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Jalen was also sensational. Our defense just sold.
He was. I do hope this. I don't want a snoozer. That's what I think it's going to be. But I think
it's going to be 2 because like
when you
look at the track record of Super Bowls, like every 3-ish years we get one snoozer. We've had 3 Hood Classics.
Yeah,
we're due for a snoozer.
You're right. But you got anything else, bro?
I mean, I guess really quick, we could touch on a little bit of NASCAR. I'm not going to make it too much because we are nearing the 2-hour mark. If you're still tapped in, we appreciate it. Drop a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. But NASCAR season's coming back. This past weekend was the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. It's kind of a little bit of controversy with it, considering that the weather played a factor into them moving the event up. It was supposed to be Sunday. They moved it up to Saturday because it was a wash Sunday and Monday. I know you don't really tap into a lot of NASCAR. So I mean, I'll get your thoughts, but Denny Hamlin won the race, which wasn't really a surprise to a lot of people. What are your thoughts on, if you have any thoughts on the Clash? Because it used to be the Bud Shootout at Daytona. I have my thoughts, but I mean, from someone who doesn't really watch a lot of NASCAR, what are your thoughts on an event like that, like an exhibition race to open the season? Not at the track that is first on the schedule, which traditionally has been there, but at a place like the LA Coliseum, and there's talks of bringing it to different countries. What are your thoughts on that and just the impact that it has? Like,
I'll
if
be.
you have any thoughts.
I really don't. I mean, I do think it's cool to do an exhibition race at the beginning because this doesn't count towards the play, like anything, right? The
No,
exhibition race.
it's just an exhibition race. They've been doing it for like
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah,
now.
they have the exhibition race, and there is a prize pool in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's cool. It's a good way to start off the season, like get people involved, get people comfortable.
Yeah, but do you think they should keep it in one? Do you think they should keep it in one place, or they keep moving it around?
I think
because I'll give you my perspective.
I think it would be cool. I mean, it's not going to be at Daytona anymore.
It hasn't been. They moved it to LA Coliseum. It's always been at Daytona, but up until recently, they moved it to the Coliseum, and now there's talks of them because their 3-year contracts running out with the Coliseum. There's talks of moving it elsewhere, maybe to like Mexico or.
I do think though, if they're going to do it
somewhere,
that isn't to me a bad idea. I think it would be pretty cool to see like NASCAR on an international level. And to do it in a race that doesn't really matter is probably good because, I mean, you see what happens. I mean, in other sports when they have international games, I mean, it's sloppy. It's there's like the rest thing. There's the time change, and a lot of this stuff bakes into what these athletes are doing. But I do think as an exhibition, it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd put constantly moving race at the beginning of the year. If that's me, I would prefer that it stays in one place. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, no, and that's honestly where I was going with it. I agree with you. It's traditionally been at Daytona, and it's been kind of a kickoff for the first race for the Daytona 500. And I mean, it's great that they want to move it around, get it to a different audience, but I feel like the last couple of years, the Clash has really lost its luster as like the appetizer to the entree. Like that's how the Bud Shootout and the Clash has been viewed for the last 30 years. Being at Daytona, because it's a short little race, mainly of the pole winners of the prior season, and I guess the winners of the last season. I don't know how they do it now, but just probably like 15-ish drivers, 20-ish drivers, nothing too crazy. And that would just kick off the speed week. You start with the Bud Shootout, and then you got your whole week of practice and qualifying, and then the Gatorade duels. All leads up to the Daytona 500. I feel like you move that race around all these different places, like it loses the luster of like, all right, here is the appetizer, and now we start the build up to the big game, the big dance. It would be cool to have it in like a different country. They have done it in the past. It's been a really long time since we've seen NASCAR race internationally. It's been since 1998, 1997. Yeah, it's been that long, and we're kind of due at this point for international expansion. But yeah, no, I think the Bud Shootout, the Busch Light Clash needs a home, and it needs to stay in one home. But who knows? NASCAR's their leadership is pretty progressive, so they've been changing a lot of things. So I wouldn't be shocked if it goes somewhere and it keeps moving around, but like they need to bring the luster back. They need to bring the appeal.
They're just
speed weeks back.
I just don't find the interest as much anymore, like week to week.
Yeah, because like they don't even practice anymore. Like, and it's to save teams money, like save them cost, but like they don't really practice anymore. It's just straight to qualifying in the race. and it really kills that whole vibe.
Mhm.
So I mean, I guess that's kind of part of why that they decided to move it. But again, like that's my thoughts on it. I think you need to keep it in one place, and Daytona is really the best place for it.
For sure. What do you say,
Yeah.
bro? We get out of here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's hit the hay.
Yeah. So let's just to round it out. This weekend is going to be a motion picture. Radio Row all week has been awesome to see. The McAfee show's jumping. First Take's down there. You got Unk and Ocho on First Take, which was cool.
Yep. And
there's
the McAfee show. When
and
are
the
we
McAfee
getting on
show.
Radio Row, bro?
That is my end goal for this show, for us to be at the Super Bowl at Radio Row.
Yep.
Nothing would be cooler. Nothing would be cooler. But listen, for that to happen, you have to like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Because if you don't, we have no idea what you want, okay? Now listen.
We're all about consumer appeal.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you want.
We are a people corporation. We're not in it for us.
We're not in it for the money. We're in it for y'all.
Yeah, facts. So this weekend's going to be amazing. The Super Bowl. It's a great time every year. I hope you spend it with people you care about and you make a day out of it, because even if you don't watch football, the Super Bowl is becoming a holiday every single year. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane, you can get day one podcast content anywhere. So make sure you stop being a loser. Okay? Don't be a loser. Don't be a snoozer. Make sure you go down to your local Sprint Wireless, get the unlimited data plan, get yourself your cell phone, open the YouTube app, hit the subscribe button, and pay attention, because we're not going anywhere. It's only getting bigger. The end of the season is here, but we're not stopping there. So
we got plenty of more sports to cover.
Yeah, plenty of more stuff to talk about. So moving forward,
off season too. The draft's coming up.
Draft's coming up. We'll be making an announcement around the draft time. We have we'll be partaking in a rather big show coming around draft season.
Got something in the works, but we'll let y'all know closer.
We will. But yeah. So make sure, again, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. I'm Kyle. That's Anthony. See y'all later.
Peace.